If you want to level up quickly in Payday 3, then what you're going to want to focus on is these challenges. On top of normal gameplay, you're going to want to choose the challenges that are easy and fast to complete, as well as what is going to give you the most IP for the least effort, essentially. So for example, there's this defeat a dozer, and the level 1 version is just kill one dozer for 20 IP, which is pretty good. But then there's also a break the faceplate off of a dozer that's going to give you points. So keeping that in mind, when you run into a dozer, you want to make sure that you break its faceplate, and then you also kill the dozer instead of avoiding it. On top of that, there's different ones for like the zapper, for example, like break the battery on a zapper and then kill zappers. The thing is that you want to focus on the ones that you're on the lower levels first, because say you're going to try to do one for a gun that you like this one, defeat 50 enemies with the SG Compact 7. It's going to give you 40 IP for killing 50 enemies. But level 2, it's going to scale up unproportionally with how much IP it's going to give. So it'll be like level 2 is defeat 100 enemies, but instead of 40 IP, you're only going to be gaining 50 IP for defeating 100. So even though you're having to kill double, you're only getting 10 more IP. You're only going to get 125% of the IP. And it just gets worse as it goes up. Like here you see, you need to kill 500 enemies, but you only get double the IP of level 1, where you only have to kill 50 enemies. So because of that, you want to focus the things that you haven't done first, and essentially switch weapons as much as you can, kill the different enemies that you haven't killed yet, and specifically you're going to want to make sure that you're focusing on the different challenges that they have every time that you kill them. On top of this, there are random things that you can do throughout your matches, like this slip and slide a distance of 100 meters. So you can slide around and just get free points for sliding whenever you get the chance to. There's also like dealing damage while you're sliding, so you can work that in and slide and shoot enemies at the same time, things like that. On top of that, you can, like, sprinting through doors is another one. So just keeping all of that in mind and knowing what you can do to get extra IP before you actually start playing is going to make you level way faster. And then you're just essentially going to want to do a variety of these different challenges during each of your objectives instead of like focusing on one single one, since they scale disproportionately and you get lower IP value for your effort every time you're like focusing one. Once you're in a match, keep in mind all of the different challenges that you have and just complete whatever's easy. So you, for example, you can just mark security cameras. That's one of the challenges. Another one is to throw your cameras. So you can just throw your cameras down. However, even if you don't want to use them, they'll still give you points. Picking locks was another one, so pick some locks. Here's a shield, and one of the challenges is to break the faceplate on the shield. And that's going to give me a lot more points than just killing them by itself. I can also just slide around when I have free time. It's about the same speed as running normally, so this is just extra points just to do this. Here's a zapper. Shoot his battery pack. Gonna give us extra points along with killing him. And my overkill weapon, so I want to make sure to pull that in. That's just going to give me extra points too. It's a dozer, so I want to shoot his faceplate off. Focusing those yellow hit markers. That kill plus breaking his faceplate is going to be big points. because I did so many of these challenges, like I did mark a security guard, mark security camera, tie up bank manager, defeat an enemy with a headshot while using human shield. Just a ton of different challenges that I did. That made me get 3 levels just in one short heist. And you could probably optimize it a lot better than that too. But that's essentially what you want to do. You want to keep in mind all of those challenges and do the ones that you haven't progressed much first. Of course, you need to do like the next levels of progress on the challenges eventually, but focusing the ones that are the fastest to do first is how you're going to level the fastest initially. But more importantly than that is keeping in mind all of the challenges and trying to work towards progressing all of the challenges that you possibly can every time that you go into a heist. And the more challenges that you're working on while you're in a heist, the more you're going to progress quickly and the more you're going to level quickly. Anyways, that's it for this video.